Good afternoon vlog. I uploaded yesterday. If you guys haven't seen that vlog, go check it out. Today has been a cleaning day. Beebs is actually headed home right now. He does have to stop at his brother's place to grab something, so it'll take him a little bit longer to get home. But like I said, cleaning day. I picked up in the bedroom. My breakfast that I had is still on my nightstand, so I need to take care of that. But I did all of that in the bedroom, and then this basket is dirty, so I need to take that into the laundry room so we can eventually wash that load. And then this is all clean laundry, well, shirts that we need to hang up. So that's that. And then the bed is not made because I'm planning on laying down when I'm done with this vlog. But if you guys haven't seen Murphy, that teddy bear over there, I sleep with him every night. I actually got him when I was in the hospital last January after my heart attack. So I'll show you him really quickly. I don't remember most of that time of my life because of many reasons. One being, I guarantee I hit my head when I had the heart attack, when I passed out. 2, I went without oxygen for a while, 3 times in a row. Anyway, I don't remember most of it, so I don't remember who he's from. I wish I did, and I don't want to be an asshole by asking. But I named him Murphy. He was with me throughout my whole stay. He has a cute little bow tie. This is an EKG sticker that I guess they took off me, and I put it on him at some point. So he kind of symbolizes my fight with heart disease and heart failure. Yeah, so that is on him. Murphy man has gone with me to doctor's appointments, so he's definitely my comfort bear. He's been with me through a lot, so I love him. And then also, you guys know the Hello Kitty that Beebs got me, so I sleep with her every night. He's actually gotten me 2 Hello Kitty plushes. They are really cute. I love Hello Kitty. This one has a little baby. He got this one for me for Christmas. We found her at the mall. And then he also got me that giant one, which I believe I've also mentioned in the vlog. But I will give you guys a quick outfit of the day. I wanted to be comfy today. I'm not planning on going anywhere unless Beebs wants to do something when he gets home. It really just depends on how he's feeling after work. But I'll start with my hair. Since getting extensions, I like doing half up, half down. I just find that that's my favorite hairstyle. I trimmed the extensions last night so the ends aren't as like sparse and thin. And then I also recut my bangs. So yeah, you can see my boobaloobs. I'm sorry. Anyway, for my top, I'm wearing this cropped purple, like ribbed tank top, if you can see that. Has the lace, and then it's kind of like a bra strap situation. They are adjustable, which is really nice. But I love this. I wear this really all year round. Usually in the winter, I wear it with a cardigan over top or like a jacket over top. Obviously, I'm not that dumb. And right now in Utah, it is freezing. So yeah, love this shirt. I wear it all the time. And then for my pants, I moved you guys to my dresser so the camera is lower. I'm wearing these Care Bear sweats that I got at Walmart forever ago when I lived in Idaho. They have the drawstring, but I don't use it because they fit me very, very well. But they have all of the Care Bears on them. Well, not all of them, but most of them. And then they have the cinched ankles. That's a really bad angle. So yeah, I love these, and they match with a lot of colors, and they really do match really well with this purple. So that's my outfit. And then the only jewelry I'm wearing is my Medusa. I've mentioned before that this one is a pain in the ass to take out and put back in, so this stays pretty much all the time. But I do have some stuff in the Reptile room to go through with you guys. I did some organizing in there this morning when I was in there doing my daily reptile chores. So obviously I misted like I usually do. You guys have seen that before. So I misted the 2 geckos. That's my giant day gecko Grogu, and that's my African fat tail. His name is Ghost. So I misted those 2. Last night I actually refilled their water, so I didn't have to do that. I have to make Grogu's food at some point today. And then I also fed Noodle. I've pretty much hacked the system on how to get him to take food and like how long to let it warm up in the hot water. So he has no problem taking food from me now. And then I also added a rock hide that I originally wasn't using for a while, but it's that big one in the corner that I wanted to put in there. So I put that in there. It has 2 entrances. So one in the front of the enclosure and one in the back. So he can get into it from any angle. I guess it doesn't really matter with Noodle because he burrows underneath the sand anyways. So yeah, those were my daily reptile chores. And then while I was at it, I actually organized my reptile supply box. You guys have seen this before, but when you've seen it, it was chaotic. Everything was thrown in there. The lid wouldn't even fit on it. It just looked fucking horrible and unorganized, and I was tired of it today. Finally, I'd had enough, and I wanted to organize it. So this is just a Rubbermaid container that my sister gave me full of supplies when she gifted me Ghost as an early Christmas present last year. So I'm going to go through everything I have in here. It's obviously a very old container. You guys can see it has a hole in it. But yeah, I'm going to go through this box of goodies. So first thing you guys have seen before, this is my spray bottle that I used to mist. Got it at Walmart. My sister used to have the same one before she got her mister. So I like it. Works really well. Walmart. It was like, I don't know, pretty cheap. I have this box. Michael is everywhere I go. This was originally full of like a box set to do with Michael, like photo albums, CDs, stuff like that. All of that is on display in our bedroom now, but I wanted to use the box for something. So in here I have smaller reptile supplies. First thing I have, this is the lock and key for Ghost's enclosure. That is the only enclosure that locks that I have. So I have this in here. I don't really see a point in locking his enclosure. He can't get out. That's literally not possible. Trust me, these glass sliding doors on his enclosure are heavier than you think, especially for a creature his size. Plus, I feel like it just makes my life harder because I come in here every morning to mist and I don't want to have to like fuck with a lock and key every time. Twice a day, might I add. I mist morning and night. I find it pointless. Plus, the door's always shut. The dogs are never in here. The only person that's ever stayed overnight in this bedroom is my sister, and she's a reptile expert, so I'm not worried about it. Anyway, have it in here just in case we leave or like we're gone. But yeah. I have a gecko cup. They're just plastic gecko cups. This is what I feed Grogu, my giant day gecko, with. You can get these also for super cheap. PetSmart. And then I have this tiny little spray bottle. Don't know why that's in here, but it is. And then to measure out like food related things for the reptiles that I'll get into in a second, I have a teaspoon. I just keep this in here so I'm not washing it every time I feed them. I'd rather just have it in here to use for just them. So I have all of that smaller stuff in a box inside of a box, so I don't have to dig through all the bigger stuff to access what's in here. So that's that. I have Rept calcium. Usually I use without D3. There's fruit flies in here. Don't mind that. They're from Grogu's enclosure. I don't know how to get rid of them because his food is obviously fruit. You'll see it in a second. Anyways, I usually use without D3, but right now this is what I have. It has D3, so I'm using it up. And I also wanted to mention that I use the Zoomed brand. That's just what works best for me. My sister's always used it, and then when I got into reptiles, that rubbed off on me, and I always use Zoomed for most stuff. So that's that, and I use the teaspoon for that. And I also use the teaspoon for Grogu's food. This is the Pangea Gecko Diet with papaya. It's basically for all fruit-eating gecko species. If I make this soon, I will include it in this vlog. If not, you guys have seen it in previous videos, but that's that. I just mix it. I do the teaspoon, mix it with water, and I like to make it like an applesauce consistency. So that's a hack. These are freeze-dried crickets that I got at PetSmart for Ghost Man. These are Fluker's freeze-dried crickets for reptiles, birds, and tropical fish. They're gut-loaded, which is super, super important. I have the jar. You guys saw this in a previous video. This is what I use to feed Noodle. I find that jars are better at holding in heat, so I use that. I have my empty old Reptisafe bottle. I spilled the rest of it. This is also Zoomed, so I'm going to repurpose this, but I'm not doing that today. And then I went to PetSmart last night and got a brand new bottle. So now I have a fresh bottle of Reptisafe that'll last me my lifetime if I don't spill it again. So I have that, and you guys have seen how little Reptisafe it requires to fill your spray bottle with like a good healthy amount of Reptisafe, I guess. I'm not going to take the rest of it out because it's just a pain in the ass. I have two, like this like log hide and then the stick. These both came out of Noodle's enclosure. Obviously I switched stuff out. So these are the two that I'm not using at the moment. And then I have 2 boxes of terrarium moss. I use this for Mr. Ghost in those humid hides. He's the only one that really needs humidity. You could put this all over their enclosure. It'll fill a 5-gallon tank. And then typically with the moss, you're supposed to change it out. I personally do it like every 3 weeks or so because it is getting misted and you don't want it to get gross. So this is the box I'm using at the moment on the top. And then I have a brand new one down there. And these are also Zoomed. And then literally I just put everything in there however it fits best so I can close the lid without a problem. Which usually it's pretty easy now that I got rid of a bunch of shit out of here. So I'm gonna put everything back real quick like that. And then I obviously can easily close and latch the lid. And then this big bitch just goes like that in between Noodle and Ghost. It's easily accessible. I can get into it whenever. That I usually have Noodle's light, and I was going to do Ghost light on a timer as well. That is a Govee outlet that I can set up through my phone. I just haven't done it yet. So I come in here at night when I missed for the second time and turn them off manually. But eventually I will set that up just to make my life easier, you know? And also it can't hurt because then it'll be consistent like sleep cycle for all 3 of the reptiles. So yeah, like I said, I pretty much won't come in here until I missed for the second time tonight. Time check, 3:39. Beebs just left his brother's. I just got a text. So he will be home in about 40-ish minutes. So hopefully I can finish this vlog before then. There are a couple of things that I want to go through in this vlog though, so we're gonna finish this with those. I don't know if I've showed you guys before, but these are the mugs that Beebs got me from Sam's Club. They came out at Christmas time, obviously, but when they first came out they were super expensive, so Beebs actually surprised me with them a little bit after Christmas. I displayed 2 of them, and then I'm obviously using 2 of them. My grandparents found these wax lips that I loved as a child. And I didn't even think they still made them, but apparently they do. So I wanted to go through what's in my purse real quick because I don't think you guys have seen it since I updated what's in my purse video the last time. I tried to do this once, but I realized my social security card was on my nightstand face up, and I didn't want someone screenshotting that and stealing my identity. So now that that's out of the way and not visible to the public, I can freely show you guys the area. And I have obviously my purse on this purse hook. So I'm gonna take that down and show you guys what's in it. Why did it literally sound like there was a boulder in there when I dropped it? Okay, getting straight into this. I'm gonna try to go through it fast so this isn't boring. You guys saw this yesterday, so that's the bag. I'm gonna start in this front pocket. I just have to show off the purse again because it's beautiful. Okay, first thing I have is my wallet. This is minor history. It's like an envelope wallet with a strap. My sister gave me this. I like it because my cards don't fall out even when it's open because it's very like tight and compact. And all of my cards fit in here easily without a problem. So, love this guy. And I have no idea where to get it. So, sorry. The rest is makeup-ish stuff. I have 2 lip products. You guys saw these, I believe, before. My sister ordered 6 of these pH balancing lipsticks that have the little flowers in them. They were super viral for a while. She gave me 3. I have 2. I gave 1 to Haley. But this is the one I've been using. It has the yellow flower in it. So I use that. This one's like a super hot pink color when it adjusts to your pH. And then I also have the e.l.f. Glow Reviver lip oil. You guys have seen this before. This has been a fave of mine. And this is in Super Neutral. Love that. And then I mentioned this yesterday. I was wearing this. This is the Essence Bye Bye Panda Eyes Mascara. Smudge proof, volumizing, and defining. And it has that kind of wand, like hourglass-ish. Love this. Got it at Target. Not expensive, but not like cheap. Just very affordable, I guess. Okay, moving into the main compartment of the bag where everything kind of floats around. There is like an open pocket in the back, but nothing really stays in it, so I don't really use it. Anyways, I mentioned yesterday that the Hello Kitty and the Care Bear were hanging on here. The Care Bear fell off of its little loop because it's very shitty, as you can tell. I'm going to find carabiners for both of these, but he fell off, so he's chilling in the bag. Anyways, here he is. In my opinion, there's nothing wrong with having an emergency Care Bear. So, Miss Cheer Bear is in here. Extension hack, real quick. I use a wet brush. I have a mini one in my purse and then a regular size wet brush in the bathroom. I find that these don't pull on your extensions nearly as much as a normal brush would. Like I said, obviously, as the name includes, not only does it not pull when your hair is dry, but when it's wet. Imagine that. I have 1 fragrance and 1 pheromone oil. I mentioned this before. This is the Sand and Sable that my mom used to wear. My sister had this bottle. This isn't the original packaging. She actually has another one of my mom's fragrances, like my mom's actual one that she owned at her house that she likes it better than this one. So she gave me that. I try to use it sparingly because it's kind of expensive and it reminds me of my mom. So, yeah. I have this Sentity Strawberry Marsh. You guys know that Haley gave me the very vanilla one from this brand. She gave me what she had left in her first bottle. She had another one. Don't worry, I didn't like take her smell goods from her. She offered. Anyway, Haley's a queen for that. My sister actually ended up ordering the very vanilla for herself. I point there because that's where my bottle is at. She ordered me the Strawberry Marsh. I didn't know they made another scent, so I ordered this. I love it. I always feel like a scientist when I use it because of the dropper. So I have that guy in there. And I love the glass bottle. It makes it even better. The packaging is important to me. Presentation is essential for me. So, scrunchie. I have Vaseline cocoa butter. I love this. I got the smaller container because no matter what size it is, it lasts forever. So I figured, why not spend less money on something that's just going to last just as long. So love that. Smells like chocolate. Last but not least, in my bag of wonders, I have this little thrifted Baby Yoda pouch. Usually I try to separate things into pouches so everything's not just thrown in there and I don't have to dig. That's not the case today. This is the only pouch I have. Anyways, in here I have mini nail clippers. You're probably like, why the fuck do you have nail clippers? You get your nails done. I know. These are just for the rare occasion that I might need them when I don't have nails, like in between nail appointments, which isn't very often anymore, or if someone else needs nail clippers. My sister gave me these. These are Beetles brand. That's what my sister uses, like the main brand of polish that she uses at her studio. So I have these in there. And then I have my favorite necklace. It's a human heart necklace. I ordered this off of Amazon. I've wanted one of these since my mom battled her fight with heart disease and heart failure, but I didn't actually order it until I went through my battle with a heart attack and my diagnosis of the same thing my mom had. So I ordered this from Amazon for like $10. It's like literally my favorite necklace. It's very heavy, as you can tell, very good quality. I don't like to sleep with it on because it's so heavy that it twists if I move and like chokes the fuck out of me. But anyway, very good quality. I love the loop that it's big enough to put on really any chain. This is the original chain it came on. Very nice quality, very thick chain, which I like. It's fitting for how heavy the actual necklace is. Regular lobster claw attachment, and my cardiologist saw this, fun fact. He goes, wow, that's really cool. It's actually really accurate. So if a heart doctor is telling me that a necklace from Amazon is accurate, like to how a human heart actually looks, like in here, that's pretty cool. So 10 out of 10 rating for Amazon. So yeah, that was everything that's in my purse. I like to update it a lot. So that's why this is my second time showing you guys in less than a year. But yeah, that's my purse. I'm so happy that I found this purse. It's like the biggest steal of my life, and it's beautiful. I will keep this purse forever. So yeah, that's what's in my purse. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing all of the bullshit that I carry around with me. So that being said, I'm actually getting pretty hungry. This morning for breakfast, I had a glass of True Moo chocolate milk. Chocolate milk has always been very comforting for me, so I had that. And then I had a blueberry muffin. We got 2 boxes of muffins, both of 6 muffins, 1 blueberry and 1 the double chocolate that Beebs likes. So I had one of those as well. And I'm not even gonna lie and tell you I ate the whole thing because I definitely didn't. I don't really know what I'm gonna eat, but I'm gonna try to find something. This is random, but we actually got a giant pad of sticky notes. They're different colors. I believe I've mentioned before that Beebs and I's love language is love notes, so we usually do them on sticky notes. You guys have seen the poster I made him with all the ones he's written me, but we got those. Time to find grub. So Beebs did a crock pot meal last night. He started at noon and it was done by 6. It takes 6 hours and it's really, really good. He found this recipe on, I believe, Facebook Reels, but I'll show you if I can get it open. It is like, it has Alfredo. We used Parmesan garlic sauce. It called for buffalo, but neither of us like that. So Alfredo, Parmesan garlic, shredded chicken breast, and we used the penne noodles, I believe. And then you can add mushrooms, but we didn't add them this time. Very good. So I'm going to warm some of this up. Doesn't that look fucking delicious? And obviously it made a ton, so we gave some to my sister and Nate as well. Obviously a big bowl. So I'm just gonna dish some up and throw it in the microwave and eat this for a very, very late lunch. So I'm gonna try to not make a mess. Don't worry, my hands are clean. And dish some of this up. I'm obviously gonna save most of it because Beebs will probably want to eat some for the next couple days. So I'm gonna warm this up and put the Tupperware back in the fridge. We ran out of shredded cheese and we get the 5-pound bag, I believe it's 5 pounds, from Sam's Club, and then we just divvy it up into gallon bags, but we haven't done that yet. So I'm gonna cut this open and add some to my food before I warm it up so it gets nice and melty. I used the kitchen scissors to cut my bangs last night, so they need to be washed. So I'm doing it with a sharp ass knife. I hope I don't slice myself. Added my cheese, threw it in there for a minute, let that heat up, clean up my mess, and pour myself a nice glass of chocolate milk, another one. And I'm gonna be an adult and be kind of smart about it and use my same glass that I used this morning. This is the most successful take of this vlog. I've literally tried to film this like 35 times today. I don't even think I'm exaggerating when I say that. So I'm pretty proud of myself for actually doing it this time. The best chocolate milk. If you think otherwise, fight me. So I brought my food and drink into our bedroom to eat. I like to be comfortable. But before I dig into this food, I actually gonna end this vlog. I'm the type of person that likes to watch YouTube. In fact, I need to watch YouTube when I eat or it just doesn't hit the same. I only have nearly 28 minutes of footage, but I feel like that's long enough. I'm happy that I was finally able to get a decent vlog filmed for you guys that I can actually upload. So yeah, I'm gonna go enjoy my lunch and wait for Beebs to get home. If you guys have any video suggestions, leave them down below. Anything that you want to see from me, I'd be happy to film for you. But yeah, like I always say, don't forget to always express what you're thankful for. Drink your water, take your meds, and if your posture's bad, fix it. And until next time, I will see you guys soon. I'm gonna go enjoy my lunch. Bye. Mwah.